Welcome friends to my channel SensexKaFunda. Today I want to bring to your notice the late night decisions made by the GST Council meeting which ran through the entire day. Honorable Finance Minister did a press conference some time back and mentioned about the two-tier rate structure of GST Council. There will be only two tiers now, 5% and 18%, and there will be another tier of 40% for sin goods. So let me quickly give you an update about it. The GST Council on Wednesday approved a two-tier rate structure of 5% and 18%, which will be implemented from September 22nd. The decision was taken after a marathon day-long GST Council meeting held in Delhi. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said all decisions were taken unanimously with no disagreement from any state. We have reduced the slabs. There shall be only two slabs. These reforms have been carried out with a focus on the common man. Now, this will be effective from September 22nd. As you know, earlier there were four slabs: 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. So now they have decided to rationalize it, make it simpler for the common man. So it will be 5% and 18%. And a special 40% slab is proposed for select few items such as high-end cars, tobacco, and cigarettes. So this is for sin goods. The levy will be 40%. Let's quickly cover what items are covered in 40%. It's all the sin goods: pan masala, cigarettes, gutka, chewing tobacco, BDs. I don't think anybody will complain with these items getting more expensive. Aerated waters containing added sugar or flavor. So this will be negative for Varun Beverages, who sells Pepsi Cola. Caffeinated beverages, non-alcoholic beverages, all in 40%. Smoking pipes, motorcycles exceeding 350cc, aircraft for personal use, yacht, revolvers and pistols, betting, casino, gambling, horse racing, lottery, and online money gaming. So these are the 40%. Let's see on other essential commodities how the GST rates will be impacted. For hair oil, shampoo, toothpaste, toilet soap, bar, toothbrush, shaving cream, 18 say 5%. Butter, ghee, cheese and dairy spreads, 12% to 5%. Pre-packaged namkeen, bhujia and mixtures, 12% to 5%. So hair oil, shampoo, toothpaste, these are all positive for Hindustan Lever. Then utensils, 12% to 5%. Feeding bottles, napkins for babies and clinical diapers, 12% to 5%. Sewing machines and parts, 12% to 5%. Let's see healthcare sector, how healthcare sector will be impacted. Individual health and life insurance from 18% to nil. That's a very positive for the common man. On health and life insurance policies, it will be from 18% to nil. We will have to see the fine print if it is only for senior citizens, but here it looks like from 18%, the GST will move to nil. Thermometer 18 to 5, medical grade oxygen 12 to 5%, all diagnostic kits and regions 12% to 5%, glucometer and test strips 12% to 5%, corrective spectacles 12% to 5%. For farmers and agriculture, given that 70% of India depends on agriculture, tractor tires and parts 18% to 5%, tractors 12% to 5%. So this is a net positive. This is a huge positive for Mahindra and Mahindra. So we might see the impact of this tomorrow on the share price of Mahindra and Mahindra. Specified biopesticides, micronutrients 12 to 5%, drip irrigation system and sprinklers 12 to 5%, agricultural, horticultural or forestry machines for soil preservation, cultivation, harvesting and technology 12% to 5%. Next is automobiles. Now, automobiles, there are classifications done based on the engine. So, petrol and petrol hybrid, LPG, CNG cars not exceeding 1,200 cc and 400 mm, 28% to 18%. So, this is a net positive for the auto manufacturers who make cars and motorcycles not exceeding the below specification. For diesel and hybrid cars not exceeding 1500 cc and 4000 mm, it's 28% to 18% again. So this is again a huge positive for auto manufacturers. Three-wheeled vehicles 28 to 18%. Motorcycles for Bajaj Auto, Hero, Honda TVS Motors 28 to 18%. Of course, these are based on the classification of the engines, so 350cc and below. For motor vehicles, for transport of goods, 28% to 18%. Electronic appliances, air conditioners, so Volta stock price tomorrow might see a jump 28% to 18%. Television above 32 inches, including LED and LCD TVs, 28 to 18%. Monitors and projectors, 28% to 18%. Dishwashing machines, 28% to 18%. So we might see a huge run up in Dixon tomorrow, which are involved in electronic manufacturing, crucial for boosting domestic consumption and helping business counter the impact of United States 50% import duty on Indian products. So basically, it is very clear these reforms have been pushed by Donald Trump's tariffs on the export of products. So what the government is trying to do is trying to boost consumption, because consumption is one of the main pillars of GDP rate. So if you see, the exports is also another pillar. So what is happening is the export is going to come under pressure. So exports will decrease, but to counter that, what the government is trying to do is increase domestic consumption. So GST rate key highlights, let's quickly go through this. GMT exemption for all individual life insurance policies, including term life, ULIP, endowment policies and their reinsurance to enhance accessibility and coverage for the general public. Complete GST exemption for individual health insurance policies encompassing family floater and senior citizen policies, along with reinsurance to increase affordability and coverage. This is great news for senior citizens. Current 4-tier tax structure into simplified two rates, 18% and 5%, plus a 40% for select items. GST reduction to 5% from everyday items from current 18 or 12, including toiletries, household goods, bicycles and kitchenware. Zero GST on UHT milk, packet chana, paneer and Indian breads. 5% on packaged foods, including namkeens, bhujia, sauces, noodles, chocolates, preserved meats, and dairy products. GST reduction from 28 to 18% for appliances, including air conditioners, TVs, dishwashers, and vehicles under 350cc. GST decreases to 5% for agricultural machinery, reduction to 5% for labor-intensive products like handicrafts and leather goods. GST reduction for cement, great for cement companies, 28 to 18%. Medicines, life-saving, including complete exemption for life-saving drugs, medical equipment, automotive sector, textiles, fertilizers, renewable energy devices, hospitality services, and wellness services. You can go through this chart, which gives a bird's eye view of what are the items on which GST has decreased from what percentage to the revised new percentage. I think this is based category wise: healthcare sector, daily essentials, farmers and agriculture, automobiles, electronic appliances. So net it's a great positive for consumption, and we will see this impact on the stock markets tomorrow.